Location restrictions gives you the ability to prevent users from seeing and selling certain items at certain locations. Even if you have one location, you may want to restrict certain items from being sold. An example of that is perhaps there's a specific restriction in your area, but you still want to have those items in your inventory. Or even a better example is if you're assembling or manufacturing items and you don't sell the components or raw materials, you can prevent those items from being displayed in the sales screen, and obviously then you can make sure that they're never sold by mistake. So to set up your restrictions, the first thing that you want to do is you can go to employees, and on any employee you can specify whether they can see all items regardless of the restriction, or if you want to prevent them from even seeing the items in the sales screen. So for example, if I go to Paula, and I'll go ahead and scroll all the way down to the items security settings, you'll see a setting that you can turn off the ability to view all items, and in that case, that specific employee, and again, I'm going right to the items section. If I turn off see all items, Paula won't be able to see the items that are restricted from the locations that she's assigned to. So I'll go ahead and hit save. And how do I restrict an item? I can do it two ways. I can restrict a specific item. So let me go ahead and go to items. And in this case, I'll just choose a random item. So let's go ahead and choose this particular edible. I'll simply hit edit and click on my locations tab. And let's say this particular item I just want to restrict from being sold and seen at location 2. I'll go ahead and hit save. So at this point, I signed in as Paula, and I can go to the sales screen. And when I actually search for this item, nothing comes up. It's going to ask me to search for the online catalog. So this item can't be seen. It won't show up in any of the searches, and also it can't be sold because I restricted this specific item from being sold. There's an easier way to restrict items if you have a group of items that you want to restrict. And let's show you how to do that. So let's say you're a manufacturer and you've got raw materials, and you want to make sure that those raw materials can't be sold, and perhaps they can't be sold in any location, but you're still going to use them to assemble the items. All you have to do to set this up is just set up a tag in your items that lets you specify which of those items are restricted. So let's go ahead back to the item screen, to my inventory. And in this case, I'll hit tags, and I'll just add a tag called raw materials. And we'll restrict raw materials in both locations, so I can't sell any of these raw materials at either location. I'll go ahead and hit save. And now I can apply this tag to multiple items. How do I do that? Well, let me go ahead and just choose a category of items. And in this case, I'll choose labels, because I'm not going to sell labels that go on products. So I have 3 items, and all I have to do is I can actually select all. So that selects all 3 items. I can click edit, and at this point I can just choose the tag raw material and scroll all the way down and hit save. So that gives me my bulk edit capabilities. I'll hit OK. And all 3 of these items, they actually have the tag of raw material, and I can go to any of the items and view the tags on the item, and you'll see it's raw material. So at this point, any product label, if I go to the screen, in general is going to be restricted from selling. So I'll go ahead and try to search for it, and I can't search for it because I've set my user up so that I can't see all items on the sales screen. I can only see the ones that can be sold. So whether you search for it, you scan it, none of those items, none of the label items will show up. And that's how you can restrict. And again, you can restrict by location, or you can restrict for all locations. Really powerful feature if you have items in your business that you're not selling directly. That's how you would restrict them. Thank you so much for watching this video.